compliance with Chapter 231 of the Open Public Meeting Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice have been given to all members of the governing body, the local source, and the Westfield Leader, the two newspapers designated to receive such notice. The notice is also posted on the Borough Hall bulletin board. Let's stand for an invocation. Dear Lord, please watch over our firefighters, rescue squad, and police. Especially keep our children safe in this Halloween season that's going to be upon us very shortly, and to help this council make the decisions that are for the betterment of all the residents of Mountainside.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please, Martha.
Councilwoman Andre?
Here.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes, here.
Councilman Lane is absent. Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Here.
Councilman Turner?
Here.
Next, we have the approval of the minutes of the regular session meeting on September 15th, 2015.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Next, we have the work and executive session meeting minutes for October 6, 2015.
So moved.
Second.
Motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Abstain?
Councilman Messler?
Abstain.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Do I need to vote on that?
No.
No? Okay, we got some proclamations. We have a proclamation for Red Ribbon Week.
What was that?
I'm not saying it again. And that's for October 23rd through October 31st, 2015. And we also have a proclamation for Band Appreciation Week for November 16th through the 23rd of this year. Do we have those? I'd like to read those.
Yes, it's in your packet.
Okay. All right, let's start with the Red Ribbon Week. Whereas October 23rd through October 31st has been designated as Red Ribbon Week, whereas Red Ribbon Week started in 1985 with a group of parents wearing red satin badges as a memorial to Enrique Camarena, a federal drug enforcement administration agent who was killed on duty. Whereas as a result, in 1989, the red ribbon became a united symbol of commitment to create a drug-free America, showing a nation intolerant to alcohol and drug abuse. Whereas the Municipal Alliance of the Borough of Mountainside, whose mandate includes spreading the message of drug and alcohol abuse prevention, has coordinated borough and school participation by sponsoring Red Ribbon Week. And therefore, I, Paul N. Mirabelli, Mayor of the Borough of Mountainside, do hereby proclaim October 23rd through October 31st, 2015 as Red Ribbon Week in the Borough of Mountainside, and ask all residents to join in a personal commitment to a drug-free America by wearing and displaying red ribbons during Red Ribbon Week. Need a motion and a second, please.
Motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so proclaimed. Next, we have the Band Appreciation Week. This one's much easier. For Governor Livingston Highlander Band, whereas on behalf of the Governor Livingston Band Parent Organization, we wish to acknowledge the musical accomplishments of the Governor Livingston Highlander Band, and whereas these musical accomplishments have been a great asset to the students of Governor Livingston High School and all others who have supported the Highlander Band. Whereas all citizens are urged to take an interest in and give full support to the Governor Livingston Highlander Band in their annual programs. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Paul N. Mirabelli, Mayor of the Borough of Mountainside, hereby proclaim November 16th through the 23rd of 2015 as Band Appreciation Week. We need a motion for same,
So moved.
and we have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
So proclaimed. Okay, next we have some resolutions. We'll start with Resolution 98-2015. And let's see here.
That's me.
That would be Deanna,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Having projects which required escrow posted, Borough Engineer Michael Disco has deemed the projects completed to the borough's satisfaction and recommends the remaining escrow to be returned to the following property owners. Frontier Real Estate Development LLC at 269 Sheffield Street in the amount of $1,666.77. And Mr. and Mrs. Renner at 737 Hillside Ave in the amount of $500.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 99-2015.
I'll do it.
Thank you, Glenn.
This resolution will authorize the borough engineer to apply for a New Jersey Department of Transportation grant for the repaving improvements of Forest Hill Way.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 100-2015. Bob?
Yes. Having the need for immediate roof repair on the church property at Our Lady of Lourdes, 300 Central Avenue, the pastor, Reverend Richard Carrington, has requested the borough waive the building permit fees in the amount of $1,403. So moved.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 101-2015. Glenn?
This resolution authorizes the borough's chief financial officer, Jill Good, to accept and open bids for a $4,834,900 bond anticipation note.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Okay, we also now have a motion for a raffle application for the All-Star Pet Rescue, Inc. for a 50/50 on-premise draw raffle and an on-premise draw raffle. Do we have a motion to approve the raffle application?
So moved.
We have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion approved. Bills and claims.
Be it resolved by the mayor and council of the borough of Mountainside that the following bills of the persons named and for the amounts stated below, having been duly audited and found to be correct this 20th day of October 2015, the same be paid after council's review if and when funds are available, and with the mayor, council president, administrator, and treasurer are hereby authorized and directed to sign and deliver warrants for same, total of $254,235.10.
Okay, we have a motion to pay
Second.
the bills. We have a second. I want to poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilman Mortimer?
Yes.
Councilman Turner?
Yes.
Okay, do we have any council comments?
Chief, the police trading card program, the drawing is going to be when?
Yes, Detective Bendick just set up with the school, the day that they have their.
Would come up here so they could hear you, I'm sorry.
Detective Bendick just conferred with the principals of the two schools. It is going to be the day of their Halloween parade, which will be the 30th. The one at Deerfield will occur with the parents out in the circle area, and the one at Beechwood will occur when the children go inside for their auditorium,
Okay, so
or
that's-
for their
so that's-
assembly.
That's
Yep.
October 30th.
October
So
30th.
anybody that's missing any of the trading cards, you have from, I guess, now until
A week, yeah.
About a week, week and a half.
a week and a half, until the 30th, to find the officers that you're missing, and this way you can be entered into the drawing for the prizes.
Correct, and again, 20 cards gets their entry in once. If they are able to get all 25, they get 2 entries in.
Thank you.
And that
Thanks,
includes
Al.
a joker?
And that includes my Joker card, yes. So if anybody's missing cards, come down to police headquarters. You can see the police officers down at the school. Some of the police officers are unfortunately out of their cards, so you'd have to trade with other kids that may have duplicates at this point. I understand that one of the cards went for a couple of Yankee trading cards the other day. That happened to be my card, by the way. But it's a really, cool program that Officer Bendick has done for the community. To see the kids down at the fair, chasing after the police officers. They know them by name, they know them by rank. It really has turned out to be an incredible program for the kids. So thank you, Officer Bendick and the Mountainside Police Department.
Very good. Anyone else? Do we have any audience participation?
My name is Frances Eamon Belloc, Poplar Avenue, Mountainside. And as usual, I am here to talk about the runoff that goes not only through my property and is eroding it dramatically, or also my neighbors. Since last month, we have had one good storm that brought whitecaps down through this runoff, taking with it some of our property. Every time I hear about one of these large storms, I become panicky because I'm waiting for the erosion that is going to be and is being made underneath the soil to create a sinkhole. And if I'm lucky enough to be the one to have this sinkhole on their property, I will lose my, at least, my garage. My neighbor across from me has already lost feet on her property and has had to move her fence back a number of feet over the years, 3 times. Last month when I left, Mr. Mayor, you said that someone would contact me about this problem.
No one.
To date, I have not received any call. And I'm not surprised, unfortunately. I've lived in this town for 60 years. Well, a little bit off. It won't be 60 years until February 22nd of 2016. And then it'll be officially 60 years. I've paid taxes in that time, and I've not really received very much help from the town, even though, as I told you, I have talked to council members over the years about this property before it was so drastic. I never had children to go to the schools, but I do have the safety of the police and the fire department, which I support. I was a little bit surprised when one of the gentlemen who came to my house to look at the damages that are taking place, and he looked at my house, which is an old house, part of which is over 100 years old, and said to me, well, you haven't paid that much taxes. Over the years, I have also been told by members of the community where I live, that little section, that nobody pays any attention to us. You're not going to get anywhere. I don't believe this. Maybe I'll be like the water that goes down this little corridor and erodes and erodes, and maybe I can erode and erode a little bit more, and we can get somebody to help us.
I think that, Jim, if you could have Mike go out, please, and give me a report as to how much erosion has been occurring to the best of his ability.
Yes.
This way, at least we'll know what the extent is, and then maybe we can move forward to try to do something. One of the problems that that we always run into in these areas is that these are regulated areas and they're not regulated by us. So anything that we do, okay, has to be approved by the state, okay? But if in fact there is this tremendous erosion that you speak of, then maybe we can move forward and convince the state that something should be done.
I don't want to be sarcastic or a doomsday, but I've had visitations from approximately 3 or 4 times the past year. Sometimes 2 men appeared, sometimes 3, sometimes 1, and nothing is ever passed on. The last one was just, I guess, before I had my surgery in the spring of this year. And I was told that there would be a report, which you evidently still have not gotten.
It's not.
I'm getting a little bit annoyed. I've been patient. I've tried to be pleasant, but it's drastic. And if it was your property, I'm sure you would have your mouth going too. So I hope that we can hear something, because one neighbor called me and said, well, what is the county doing on the road that is being paved? It's one of the
Cedar.
Cedar, that's right. And when I saw the sign, it said it was a grant from the county for infrastructure. Well, I know that they have an area around the bridge that only they can touch, because I had a problem many years ago with another storm area that went over. It was supposed to be a 100-year storm, and it went over the bridge of the on our property. And I couldn't get any help from Mountainside, but I was told to call the county, which I did. And they came and they built a wall there, which is still standing. And at least I can say the county helped me. I hope I can say the same thing about Mountainside soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll have that by next month from Mike.
Thank you. And any other comments from the audience or anyone else? I would just like to comment, I would like to thank the community for their support. The Mountainside PAL had their annual cop trot this past Saturday. It was very well supported, not only by the businesses in town through sponsorships, but by the runners. We had in the neighborhood of around 170 to 180 runners. It's a fantastic event this year. We commemorated Mr. Maxwell, who passed away this past year. His granddaughter and her husband were there to start the race for us, so it was very nice. I also would like to commend the PTA and the organizers of the Fall Festival. I was down there on Saturday. It seemed like a fantastic event. So I want to thank the community for supporting it, and the PTA and their organizers for putting on a fantastic fall festival. These are the kind of days that make Mountainside the community that we all do love to live in. It was a total, it was events that were totally supported by the community. All the kids had a good time. I think everybody had a good time, so I want to commend the whole community.
All of it, the softball.
I wasn't there, so I don't want to talk about the softball
So
game.
thanks for the guys who set up the softball, the game they had Saturday night, Saturday night also.
Very good.
Excuse me, Mayor, maybe if the chief can come up and just discuss about the safety areas that will be secured for the children at certain hours for treating?
Yes, for Halloween this year, as we have in years past, we're going to close the area of Old Tote Road because of the heavy concentration of pedestrians in that area to make it safer than having vehicles travel through there. This year being a Saturday, we're going to initiate the road closure at 2 p.m. and hold it until 7 p.m. Same roads as last year. We'll close Birch Hill at Indian, Old Tote at Wood Valley, as well as on the lower end at Cedar. and Knollwood at Timberline. So it'll be that large T area in the center that will be closed. Residents who live in that area will be able to come and go. We've just asked them to limit the amount of movements during those hours if possible, and officers will be out there to assist them to get through. And obviously, this does not limit the trick-or-treating to strictly those hours. That just seems to be the heaviest concentration, so that's what we're going to concentrate on, nor does it limit trick-or-treating to strictly that area in the borough.
Thank you.
There's also, I understand, a drop-off for candy to help out some of the residents on Old Toad to hand out candy and maybe can't afford the, I don't know, thousands of pieces that they need for a day like that. How many usually get at your house, Jim?
I already have over 1,000 pieces ready, so.
So if anyone wants to contribute by dropping off candy, I know the residents of Old Tote would certainly appreciate it. We don't have an exec though tonight, do we?
I don't believe so.
No, we don't, okay. All right, so we need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second? Meeting adjourned.